I started the Spelfabet website after years of working with school-age kids who had language disorder or autism or intellectual disabilities, speech difficulties, the usual caseload of a speech pathologist, and realising that a lot of them had really poor literacy. This wasn't great for their ability to read my therapy materials, which was a problem, and also really bad for their participation at school and for their self-esteem, and for some of them it was very bad for their behaviour as well. I wanted to help them learn to read, so I researched how to do it and then discovered that that wasn't how they were being taught at school. At school they were learning to memorise lists of high-frequency words and reading these horrible look at the picture and guess books, and there wasn't much in the way of phonics. I was working with lovely teachers who'd come up to me and say, "How did you get that hearing impaired kid with an intellectual disability reading so well?" And so I talked to them about it and realised they were in a bit of a bind because the system didn't want them to do phonics, but they really did. I noticed that a lot of the kids that I'd eventually, with the help of fabulous teachers and integration aides and parents and others, taught how to read, who had really poor oral language, once they learnt to read, their oral language improved. They had, because of being able to read, access to language in a visual, non-transient form, and it gave them more opportunities to learn about it. I talked to a few like-minded people and decided we needed a campaign to help teachers learn about the reading research and make sure that better intervention and better early teaching was happening in schools. The Spelfabet website was part of that effort, and the lovely thing about working just for myself was that nobody could tell me to be quiet, and I could say what I thought within the limits of defamation law. And so that meant that people could then take my blog post to the staff meeting and say, "This person says X, what do you think about it?" without having to own it themselves. So many people have told me that that was a useful thing to be able to do, and it got the conversation going. I also put a lot of information about resources that I'd found that aligned with the reading research, because it was quite hard to find resources that were suitable for use, especially with older learners that didn't have the teddy bears and bunny rabbits on them. And also I'd made up quite a lot of resources, so I put some of them on the website, either free to download or very cheap, and that helped to fund running the website. I'd also nerdily gone right through the Macquarie Dictionary and sorted words into phoneme-grapheme correspondences and set up a whole lot of spelling lists. And so I put those on the website, and miraculously now, if you search Spelfabet, IGH as in night, you'll get a list that's got that sound letter relationship on it. And amazing, the internet. I didn't know it would be able to do that, but it does. It's so fabulous these days that we're not getting the little instructional casualty kids coming into our clinic, and the kids who are coming to see us are actually harder work and more complex than they were before, because schools are doing a better job with the kids who are having fewer difficulties. There's a team of 8 of us here now, and we work on literacy as our main focus, as we have always, but we also work on language and social skills and all the usual things that speech pathologists do. So I hope wherever you are, you find something useful on this website. And if you're in Melbourne or surrounds and you're having difficulty with figuring out what resources to use or how to help a student with learning difficulties, please feel free to give us a call. We may be the best people to help you, we may not be. We have big networks and we're happy to refer on. And thanks for watching my video.